Welcome to part 3 of 4D, Dev's Daily Dose of Dota, episode 34. We're doing EG.SumaiL on Storm Spirit. For those joining us from part 2, great job, SumaiL. He denied himself, kept his streak alive, bought back at the right time, and concluded with a full team wipe of VG. And with his godlike streak, that's about 400 gold for each kill once you start getting up there. We're going to hop back into the game and see how this game turns out.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Triple kill!
I re-racked it just to see SumaiL do a little godlike streak there. He's going to have his Orchid now, and this is where the real fun begins.
Yes.
He farms off map for a little bit, and the Orchid is on its way. Using the static remnant Vortex just every so often to make sure he gets that overload proc. And with the Orchid on deck, he can now do even more damage. Shadow Shaman is no longer an issue for him at all. He can even take a lot of 2v1 fights with the help.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And we see him pacing back a little bit. He knows all his enemy heroes are off the map. And sure, he has his allies here in support, but he might even be thinking, well, Zeus, maybe we'll see an ultimate from you when it's up in 20 seconds. Everyone's missing. We don't really get caught out by some kind of gank. We're ahead. So Zeus, finally, they're spotted out. And SumaiL can go back to farming. His Bloodstone denial is coming back off of cooldown again. And we see the Zeus ult coming very soon. They're not able to get him down in the bottom lane. And it does correctly detect the VG ult. You see it. Hindsight's 20/20, but it was a great ult at the time. Not only using it for the damage in the fights, but using it for scouting. And SumaiL, if it seems like he's running around, he is. Sure, this is sped up, but they are looking to roam now. He has the Orchid online. They would love a team fight now. SumaiL even going over the high ground to check. He sees no one. We're going to see some great engagements with the assistance of this Orchid in this final segment of 4D. We're going to see a couple more charges on that Bloodstone as well. We see Black farming in the lane, and we're going to see him go through Black, but that's not his real target. Little does Black know he has to BKB, wasting one of his top charges. And I talked about the cogs earlier, who cares? Ball Lightning right out of that. He'll Ball Lightning one more time, and go back to base. 9 Bloodstone charges is now up to 10. And he is up to 2,300 gold. He'll just buy a TP scroll for now, still thinking about what he might want to switch to later. And before he leaves the base, 1 static remnant to get that free overload proc. Why not? It's on there permanently until he attacks. And at the 26-minute mark, SumaiL sets out to help his heroes with Roshan. He's ready for a fight. And our heroes from Vici are looking to contest. Will they be able to lock down this slippery SumaiL?
Over here now! Over here now! I'm over here!
SumaiL running around trying to get a kill here, but that's okay. Several people are dead. And if you're wondering how he died, it was a swap coming out from the Terrorblade. Asunder, rather. But who cares? It's a 5-man wipe. Storm Spirit, happy to give that up.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Immortality is
And he ports out.
mine.
Even, picking up the Aegis. And what's really the bottle of destiny, the rune of destiny for our Storm Spirit heroes. A rune of regeneration. With how ball lightning can be expended continuously, we're going to see him pop that and get extremely aggressive. He has the Aegis. He has a Mystic Staff now as well. And he lies in wait.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Just farming up the jungle a little bit extra. But his allies are starting to gather. You saw my rotation on the minimap, he had one as well. Saying everyone's in the jungle, let's start to get aggressive.
Zap.
Let's start to look at the player perspective of him as he pops the bottle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looking for me?
Even doing another aggressive and BKB elicitation from Black. And why not? You have the Aegis, and you have just popped your bottle. It's going right now. The regeneration rune, as long as he doesn't get hit, will give him almost 30 seconds of ball lightning ability. We see him wanting to go in. It's about to be turned off, so he bolts into the trees. Bolts even deeper. Would love to get sight of someone here. He's not seeing anyone, though. Putting up another static remnant, keeping the mana down.
Dire's middle barracks are under
Ice
attack.
might have started to get an idea of him, and he'll retreat.
Zap.
Instead, Sumail didn't get a lot done with that regeneration rune, but the Aegis is still up. And they seem to go away. So Super thinks about going back to base, but says, hey, I need money. I gotta farm. Guys, I'm gonna push out this lane. Little does he know, a slippery Storm Spirit is on deck to claim a kill. 72 seconds he's down for. Not to mention a BKB that is quickly getting shorter. And this could be the time to go. Over 2,000 damage coming out from that Zeus. And Sumail is ready to push in with the Aegis
Radiant's middle
on this
tower
bottom
is
lane.
under attack.
Zeus is in support. You see the EG heroes on the minimap. The tier 2 top, or the tier 2 mid,
Radiant's middle tower
being taken by Jug.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
And for one last time, we're going to switch to the player's perspective of Sumail. You can see him searching. He's looking ahead. He still has the Aegis. He has the Shivas now. Would love to engage before the
Radiant's
people
bottom barracks are under
get
attack.
to his heroes. He sees them setting up, and he goes in on Fenrir, the Orchid into Overload, and Fear, with a Blink Dagger, is able to quickly claim a kill on Fenrir. Howie, popping his BKB, might as well Black Hole. Sumail's here to help claim a kill on that as well.
I'm staging a comeback.
Sure, he loses the Aegis, but Hookshot is now down. And Fear does not even die. FY, however, does.
Radiant's bottom
You hear the
barracks are under
buybacks, they're
attack.
loud. But even louder is this 12 Bloodstone charge from Sumail. His mana quickly regenning. He Shiva's guards in. And the damage should be enough to claim a kill on Ice. I don't think he's going to be able to get back to base. There's the Storm Spirit zip in. And at the 33-minute mark, not only are we going to see a GG, we're going to see the end of the game, the end of the tournament, and
Radiant's
this was
middle
ultimately
tower is under attack.
a couple $1 million won by EG
Victory.
on the heels of fantastic play by Storm Spirit. Things from part 1 have really come up. We saw 4 deaths in 5 minutes. Think back to the first 5 minutes of this game, but we saw some great spamming of the auto buy, the quick buy. Mine's F5. You should buy in yours after this video. And then we eventually saw the Bloodstone and the Orchid. In part 3, we saw some great aggressive zips in. We saw the one in the bottom lane that used not only the 10-second BKB charge, but also the 8-second later on. Well, that's going to be all for this edition of 4D. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what heroes you'd like me to cover in the future. You can find me on YouTube, Def Broadcasting, DEF Broadcasting. I'm also on Twitter occasionally. Let me know what heroes you'd like me to cover in the future there. My username, Def Broadcasting, DEF Broadcasting. From all of us here Deficit Broadcasting, helping you raise your score.